Hi everyone, welcome to Sunday School. Today we're going to talk about the Good Shepherd. So a shepherd keeps together his flock of sheep. I have a sheep here and I have my sheep craft back there that you're going to make today. So this is a lesson that we know about God. So here are some ways that we describe God in the Bible. He is our rock, a shelter in the storm, our hiding place, a gardener, a spring of living water, the bread of life, a friend, the light of the world, the morning star, a doctor, a king, a judge, a ruler, a savior, a teacher, and our creator. But today we're going to talk about how David describes God. Does anyone know what David's job was? David was a shepherd before he became a king. He described God as the Good Shepherd in Psalms. The Psalms are the book in the Bible that's in the middle, and it has verses, and we say them a lot responsively in church when we read. Pastor John will say one, and then we'll respond another way. So he described God as the Good Shepherd, and everyone knows what a shepherd is, right? So if God is our shepherd, then what does that make us? Well, that makes us the sheep. And do you know that we're a lot like sheep? Do you know how we might be a lot like sheep? Well, sometimes we need guidance, just like sheep need guidance. You can't let the sheep just run around by themselves. People have to herd them in, or sometimes there are border collies who herd them in because they can wander off and they can get hurt. So that way, they're protected. So God protects us just like the shepherd. He protects his sheep. So sometimes sheep can get tangled up in brambles because they aren't looking where they're going. They're just walking around. Their fleece is very thick. And the more they try to free themselves, the more they get stuck. The shepherd has to come in and cut the sheep free and get them out of his brambles. Sometimes the sheep fall over and they can't get up by themselves. So the shepherd has to come and help them up. Sheep don't always pay attention to where they are going. Sometimes they are so concerned with what they are eating that they tend to wander off and get lost. And the shepherd has to go out and look for them. We need God to help, just like the sheep need a shepherd to help them when they get in trouble. We need God to help us do the right things. Sheep need the shepherd to save them when they are in trouble. And we need Jesus to save us when we do something wrong. Jesus died on the cross so that we can be forgiven when we do wrong things. So we are an awful lot like sheep. There are so many things going on around us that we sometimes forget about God and what he wants us to do. So sometimes instead of doing what we should, we kind of wander off and do things we shouldn't. So sometimes we need guidance to remind us what's important in life and what we should do. So since sheep can't protect themselves very well, they don't have sharp claws or teeth, and they don't run very fast, and they're really kind of cute and cuddly. They have dangerous animals that will prey on them. So a shepherd will carry a rod or a stick. It's kind of curved at the top. We use it during the nativity when we do the tableau at Christmas time. And so he needs that sometimes to fight off some of the animals that come after his sheep. So we also need protection from God. We can go to him when we're in trouble or we're scared and we don't know what to do. God comforts us. So God is our shepherd. He is a good shepherd. A good shepherd knows each one of his sheep by name. He not only knows their names, but he knows everything about them. He knows what they sound like. He can tell by the way they cry if they are in trouble or lost or sick. God, your shepherd, knows everything about you. He loves you just the way you are. Even the bad bits, he loves it all. He knows when you're sad or happy or lonely. And the Good Shepherd never leaves his sheep alone. That's in Psalm 23:6. God will never leave you alone because he is your Good Shepherd. The Bible tells us in John chapter 10, verse 14, I am the Good Shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. So just like your parents know you very well, and like people that you're good friends with and your family, God knows us all very well. And he knows when we're not feeling so great or when we're sad. So sometimes when you think there's no one I can talk to, there is. You have your Good Shepherd. So always remember that. So today's craft, we're going to do it online too. If you do the Zoom meeting, we made toilet paper sheep. So this is just a toilet paper roll. I didn't decorate it all the way around so you can see what it is. So it's my toilet paper sheep, and there are instructions online. So you should have an empty toilet paper roll. I know toilet paper is very valuable at this moment during our quarantine. But I took some glue and I put it on my toilet paper roll, and I took some cotton balls and I pulled them apart. So I didn't want to waste a whole lot of cotton balls. This is about 4 cotton balls, and I pulled it off. So I decorated the front. Then I have a template also online, and I made these little feet, and you can trace them, and arms, and this head out of black construction paper. If you don't have black construction paper, just use a piece of white paper, color it in with a black crayon. And so I glued that on, and then I glued a little bit of the cotton ball on top so it looks like his little sheep head still up there. See? So I glued the little feet under the cotton ball, same with the arms. And then I did have some googly eyes. Not everybody may have the googly eyes. That's okay. You could use a little bit of white paint. You could just take your little pinky finger, dip it in, and dot each eye. And then take a little black marker and put the little pupil in the middle. And there you have your toilet paper sheep, so you can be a good shepherd. Also online is a popcorn activity. You can make a little popcorn ball of sheep, and you can eat it later. So if you make it that morning, maybe Sunday night, you can have a little movie night or watch something and share your popcorn with your family. So during this time, just remember that we all have shepherds around us who know us and keep us safe. Everyone stay safe, and remember how much that you are loved, and we miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.